All right, welcome back. This week we have another great topic. So, getting your dog to reliably come when called is known as recall. In other words, and it's important for all dog owners, right? So, the number one reason, that's what we're talking about, why your dog doesn't come when called. But first, talking about some of the reasons why your dog doesn't come when called. It may be due to distractions, confusion, or fear. But gradual training and positivity can help you build a reliable recall so that your dog is coming when called no matter what. So, first things first. So dogs are much like toddlers that can be easily distracted, right? So they need to learn things in a variety of new environments at various levels of distractions for it to really sink in. So what that means is when you're calling your dog, when you're practicing recalls with your dog, right? If you're practicing in your house and you say to your dog, come, and from sitting on the couch, your dog literally thinks that they're only supposed to come when called only in the living room. For instance, too, if you have your dog only come when called in the backyard, they're only going to think they're only supposed to come when called in the backyard. So the number one reason why your dog's not come when called, because you may not have generalized the command to all environments. And I talk about this a lot with families. Is all this means is that you haven't practiced enough in different environments, different locations. So I always say, in order for your dog to perform any behavior, whether that's sit, and right now we're talking about recalls, they have to practice everywhere. Okay. And so I want to give you some tips to get started with that because it's going to be so important. The weather's warming up. Springtime's basically here. More people are going to be out. There's going to be more distractions around. So you want to make sure that your dog is generalized to come when called no matter where they are. So in order to start this off, you want to start in a least distracting environment as possible and gradually work your way up to more exciting places like the park. So, for example, you want to start the recall training in one room of your house. So start in a living room and make sure you're using some really tasty treats and just start simple recalls, calling your dog back and forth to you in a living room, right? And so once your dog is reliably coming to you 9 times out of 10 in the living room, then you can move to another area of the room and then call your dogs there. And once they're coming 9 times out of 10 there, then you want to move to the backyard. So in the backyard, it's more distractions, but it's not as distraction as just, starting, going from your house to the dog park. In the backyard, there's, different sights, different sounds, birds and stuff. So you want to practice to recall in the backyard. And then once they're coming reliably 9 times out of 10 in the backyard, then you can go to the front yard. Then you can go down the street. And so you see, where we're getting at. So you have to start in, your home and then gradually build up to the location to where you want your dog to come when called. So you want to make sure that the areas that you're practicing in are areas where there's low distraction or little to none if possible, and then gradually increase to other areas. And that's the way you'll build a solid recall with your dog, is just practicing everywhere. And another thing, if you've been following, you always hear me talk about the 5 rules to recall. It's not just about practicing in all the different environments. You want to apply those 5 rules too. You can also find those on Instagram on our page as well. You can save that and to tap into the 5 rules and apply it to the environment which you're in, and that will help build your dog's solid recall. So this topic today is really short because it's simple. Practicing in different environments is going to build a solid recall for your dog. So just make sure you're applying the 5 rules. Make sure you're getting out there. Make sure you're practicing and being consistent. Remember, dogs learn through consistency as well. But other than that, practice the recall indoors. Remember to use some tasty treats. Move about to different environments. If you have any questions, reach out. Feel free to listen to me on Positive Dog Training on all podcasts, whatever, Stitcher, Spotify, wherever you listen, you can reach out to me there. But other than that, I'll see you next week with another great topic. Bye.